But at the same time, I mean, you still need your guys on the outside to continue to knock down shots, when they need to. But I think that's the biggest thing. The other thing that I think they've got to do is, we saw it once again against Pittsburgh, that there were just times where it was just too easy for them to get to the lane. It was too easy, for them because Carolina was switching way too often. You've got to get it something figured out about how you can settle yourself down defensively and not let these teams go on these runs that we've seen multiple times throughout the year to put themselves back into games, to take the lead in games. That's what you've got to avoid, because you're going to eventually run into teams later on in your schedule that if they make a run to take the lead, they will not give it back to you. So Carolina's got to be able to start working some of those kinks out here. I think, as you mentioned in the last game, they've got to stop switching as often as they did. I think that was really something we only saw against Pittsburgh. Yeah. We haven't seen them switch that much in the past. And I wonder if that's maybe just because Pittsburgh can stretch the floor a little more. So it'll be interesting to see if it's somewhat similar in this game against Clemson. And if it is, can they improve on their switches, or is that something that they've got to just completely abandon altogether? But I think that's why it's so important for them to score on the offensive end. This Clemson team, if you can score a lot of points, it doesn't look like they're one that is going to be able to keep up with you, not like most of the other teams in the ACC. So I think that's got to be the game plan for Carolina in this one. Come out, score the ball a lot, pull away from Clemson, and get a big win before you have to prepare yourself mentally for, granted, a team that is not the same as they've been in past years, but a team that is going to still fight to try to make the NCAA tournament, and it's the greatest rivalry in sports, so you've got to be ready.
Right, so there you go, guys. We both got Carolina going on the road and beating Clemson. One way or another, we'll have you covered on the HeelToughBlog.com, and let's talk about the website right now. I had the chance last week, because I am single and have nothing else better to do. I got 3 opinionated articles up there on the website looking at Armando Bacot's maturity, the impact of the return of Anthony Harris, and then Caleb Love's development. Go to the website, check all that out. Check out the Clemson Preview, and we'll have you covered in the postgame as well, all on the HeelToughBlog.com. And last, we encourage you guys to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. You can find us on every major podcasting platform, most notably Spreaker, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Google Podcasts. Give us a like. Give us a review. Most importantly, we want you guys to subscribe, though we get every great episode, like the one I did last week with Isaac Shade from SI.com. A fantastic interview, so we don't want you to miss it. So with that, we'll thank Anthony for taking time out of his money to talk a little Carolina basketball. We thank you guys for listening, and as always, go Tar Heels.